Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Proudlock, and it is the player ratings from yesterday's 2-1 home defeat against Crystal Palace at St James's Park. Like as I mentioned after the game in my quick thought, it feels like we've gone back to square one once again. Diary, me. But, as I mentioned, and I questioned, where on earth was Graeme Jones? Majority of the game he was banished to the stands. Jesus Christ, man. Why? He was giving out perfect tactics instructions to the players there last week. But oh no, instead that absolute idiot fraud of a manager, tactically inept, who we still have, decided, I thought last week he was pretty much taking over the job I was there doing. I'm going to have to banish him to the stands. Steve Bruce, you're an absolute disgrace. You're a disgrace to this football club. The reason he was brought in was to help you out because of the dross football you were providing those players before he came in. And now you've decided, oh no, I'm not letting him get involved in this time. And look how massively backfired it is. Because you, Sunshine, majority of the time, it's the same old standing out there with your hands in your pockets and looks like you don't give a shit. You don't care at all. And we can blatantly see it. Well, Bruce, if you don't give a shit, do us one favour, then leave then. If that is your attitude of how to stand and watch a game of football from your own side, the players that are playing for you, well, you could say that because they're barely ever playing for you now, Brucey boy. Jeez, dearie me. And look how it massively, as I mentioned, how massively backfired that happened yesterday. It really did. Because it's obvious the players do not want to play for you, Steve. They want to definitely, you can tell they want to play more at the moment for Graeme Jones than you. Because who wants to be provided with dross football? Yes, we took the lead early into the game. Great strike from Shelby. But then it was back to the same old, let's sit back once again. And get absolutely what we deserve. Fair enough, it was a great strike for Palace's equaliser. But the second goal has really annoyed me. It's shocking defending. One again. And second off, yes, we had possibly a few chances. But they were rubbish. They were wasteful. They were got out with a crossbar and everything. God almighty. And it was this pretty much a lot of the time the same old, let's pass sideways, backwards to the goalkeeper. Oh, God almighty. Graeme Jones has got to be on the touchline when we take on Southampton on Saturday. He really has to be. because Graeme Jones last week proved a point of how he can get a team up for a game. Then rather than someone who just sits there with his hands in his bloody pockets as to say, let's provide me with my dross style of football once again. And that has got to stop. Well, you should be out of this football club by now, pal. Yeah. Well then, let us get into the player ratings then. Start off in goal, Caldolo. Couldn't do anything about the goals there, unfortunately. But I'm still thinking Dubravka so far should be back in goal. As said, give credit to Darlow for the way he's played, but I just have that concern of the sloppiness a lot of the time, which I didn't see a lot of yesterday. But still, we need to start bringing our best players back into the start lineup. But as mentioned, couldn't fault the goals that went past Darlow, so I'm going to give him a 6. Going to go into the back four, first of all, in the right back spot, and that was Javier Manquillo. And that wasn't a bad performance. I thought that was okay, pretty good once again. He could bomb up the wing. He could certainly try and get a ball in as well. Could it be questioned about the first or second goal maybe? Well, but again, it just proves why Javier Manquillo should be the first choice right back in the start lineup in this side. So thought that was decent there from Javier Manquillo, so I'm gonna give him a 6. Left back spot, and that was Jamal Lewis, and that was nowhere near as good as what he played against Everton. I mean, tackling was nearly all over the place. The crossing was being a letdown once again. And that was the thing. Okay, he was okay getting up and down the flanks, I suppose. But yeah, as I mentioned, it was nowhere near as good as what it was against Everton. So I'm going to give Jamal Lewis a 5. Going to go into the centre-back roles. First of all, Fabian Schär. I thought that was decent. But apart from the shots, he was blazing over the crossbar. I mean, away, man. Wake the goalkeeper. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. But it was decent, but I just thought the shots he was trying to do were a massive letdown because they were flying over the bar a lot, so I'm going to give him a 6. Alongside him, and that was Kieran Clark again, the same, decent. Again, I know the first goal, the equaliser that was conceded, it did take a deflection off him, which he couldn't do out about it, I suppose. So, yeah. But again, it was pretty decent from Kieran Clark again. So I'm going to give him a 6 as well. Going to move into the midfield roles. First of all, John Joe Shelvey. Okay, scored a great goal. But again, it just was back to being the Shelvey what I have seen previously. A lot of the time before that. I mean, how way, man. But because he scored that great goal, I'm going to give him a 6. Next player in the midfield role, and that was Isaac Hayden. And again, I thought that was really solid from him once again. And it just shows why he is a massive, how important he is really to our squad. So, yeah, hopefully that just continue from Hayden. I'm going to give him a 7. Next position in that midfield role, and that was Jeff Hendrick. And that was going back to the Jeff Hendrick for what we previously saw. Offer an absolutely bugger all majority of the game. May had a chance once, but where was he for the rest of the match? Yeah. So I'm going to give Jeff Hendrick a 4. Next position in the attacking up front, well, in the middle, and that was Miggy. And again, really solid performance from him as well. I would say you can tell he's so good in that position. He's proper natural number 10 position, and hopefully gets played out there throughout the remainder of the season now, because it's where he's best. It's where he plays at his best. So really good performance from Miggy. I'm going to give him an 8. Next position, and that was on the wide, and that was Ryan Fraser. And do you know what? I thought he was the best player for us yesterday. I thought the way he certainly could get the balls in the box as well. He had a chance himself, which he should have taken. But there was that one. I thought the ball was going out for throwing, but he managed to recover at that very well indeed. So I was delighted with that performance from Fraser. And I said there is more to come from this lad as well, definitely. So I'm going to give him a 9. I'm going to give Fraser a 9 because I thought he was the best out the lot of them on the pitch yesterday. Up front as the striker, and that was Colin Wilson. And again, he does what he does. Apart from scoring, which was a shame, he had that chance, and I'm thinking, which he probably should have looked and thought, should have taken that. But again, it was decent from Colin Wilson. Again, his hold of play, couldn't fault it. Definitely not. And he did try to have some chances. It was that one you're thinking, should I have scored that? But again, it was good from Colin Wilson. So I'm going to give him a 7. Going to go into the substitutions. First of all, ASM. And he definitely looked lively once again when he came on. He should have been brought on right in the second half. And Jeff Hendrick should have been substituted then. Maybe, hopefully, St. Maximum starts against Southampton on Saturday. I think he looks ready to now start. Jeff Hendrick should be should be going to the bench now. So, yeah, because as mentioned, get 2 wingers out playing who want to play with each other, and see our 4-2-3-1 formation, which to me is the one that works. So very lively from ASM when he came on, so I'm going to give him a 7. Next substitution, and that was Dwight Gale. Did think he did out when he come on, really. So I'm just going to go down the middle and go 5. Last substitution was Andy Carroll, and come on with 2 minutes left. I mean, Christ almighty. Jesus, really? So I'm not going to mark him, really, but if I do, it'll just be a 5 as well. On to, yes, Steve Bruce. And guess what, pal? You're going to get a 0 again. And that is because, yes, I agreed that the lineup was decent. You technically don't change your winning side. But to banish Graeme Jones into the stands and just to stand there with your hands in your pockets and just have that look on your face as if to say, I just don't care anymore. And that's why you should leave. So there you are. You get the 0 again, pal. Even though I didn't offer you it previously, but you're getting it again. Once again, for God knows how many times I've given you them. So there you are. That is the player ratings from yesterday's game. Hope for improvements on Saturday. Please have Graeme Jones out on that touchline to make sure them players are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and not that stupid inept manager who should not be anywhere near this football club anymore. Thank you for watching. Of course, don't forget to give this video a like. Please comment as well. And please, if you haven't checked me out before, please do hit that subscribe button. Till next time, catch us all later. Take care. What did you think of that performance yesterday? Or what did you also think about Graeme Jones being in the stands as well?